So we learned a lot about ourselves over 2020, 2021, made a lot of life changes. I went from working at a hardware store to working at a whiskey shop. It's really nice to actually work in a place where I use the products now. Because my old job, people would come to me and they'd be like, hey, is this a good lawnmower? And I'd say, I don't know, I don't have a yard. What's your feedback on it? You know, what do people tell you? What's your impression of the lawnmower? I don't know. Not that kind of comedian. And now people come to my job like, is this good whiskey? I'm like, I remember it being good. The craziest part too is this is like a whiskey distillery bottle shop. It's also a bar that's inside a mall. So my job is basically if Cheers had Hot Topic beside it. Because, you know, sometimes you do want to go where everybody knows your name. Because you're still clocked in and sit up button your name tag is on. I've learned so much from this job. There's a cheesecake factory right beside my job. Through this job, I found out people will come in to get shit-faced waiting for a table at Cheesecake Factory. And because of this job, I have found out people will wait 4 hours for a table at Cheesecake Factory. I don't know if you're aware of this, but you can make a cheesecake in less than 4 hours. Even if you don't have a factory, you can make a pre-Industrial Revolution cheesecake in less than 4 hours. My favorite kind of customer that comes in are people who are newly 21 who want to have their first real drink, not like, I had a Miller Lite at my cousin's wedding, don't tell anyone. With their real first drink. The other day, this girl comes in and she says, I want to try your gin. Do you have gin? And I want to try gin because I love the Snoop Dogg song Gin and Juice. And then she turns to me and says, do you know who Snoop Dogg is? I understand I'm white. But do I look that white that I don't know who Snoop Dogg is? My conservative grandmother knows who Snoop Dogg is. He's that nice hip-hop fellow who taught Martha Stewart how to smoke jazz cigarettes in prison. I know who Snoop Dogg is because of the PlayStation 2 fighting game Def Jam Fight for New York. I know who Snoop Dogg is because according to Futurama in the year 3002, he's a Supreme Court justice. I also am told he dabbles in rap. I was blown away. Like when missionaries come to your house and say, have you heard of Christ? They know you've heard of Christ. It was just a baffling situation. Another big thing I learned in 2021, Pride is going on. In 2021, yeah, thank you. In 2021, a good friend of mine invited me to go to Pride with her. She said, you're a really good ally, but also I think you might be asexual. Now, for those who are not laughing, asexual means you have zero interest in sex. I know I'm single a lot. But I did some more research into it. I found out the better terms that apply to me are demisexual or graysexual, which means you're only interested in sex and you have a very strong emotional commitment to someone. In high school, that term was being a fucking pussy. But I don't like how demisexual and graysexual sound as words, because like graysexual sounds like a Lord of the Rings sex wizard. Behold, I'm zacked off the gray. Come back to my bedroom where the magic doesn't usually happen. And demisexual makes things think like demigods, you know, Hercules, part man, part god. So I am Zach Funk, part man, part sexual. Just something like, oh, Hercules, you've stayed in a village, have a familiar menu. I don't know, do you want to get a pizza and watch Doctor Who? But the whole time I was at Pride, though, I did have this weird imposter syndrome feeling, that because I have a lot of friends that are trans, that are bi, that are gay, that are everything else, and I'm still there just as a cis white dude. And no one's ever going to come after me being like, hey, that guy's generally indifferent to fucking. his ass.